Hello Libra, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining me and listening and watching to see what may be coming up for you for this rest of this, well actually, yeah, kind of for the rest of this month of February, but it could go into March as well. But I feel like generally the readings that I do are more like in the moment-ish, and still give you a little bit of a direction of where, and a bit of clarity of what might be going on like right now in the moment or in the recent past, and possibly what's coming up for you. So whatever it is, just take what does resonate and leave what doesn't, okay? And however this rolls out for you. So, and because you have free will and you can, you can take it or leave it basically. So there could be something that's coming up with that. Seeing as I've, talked about, for some reason I've been taken notice of the free will. So we have free will of what we, what we choose to listen to believe in, and we have free will in the sense that we're able to choose differently or think differently. What we might have believed in or thought was true at one point in our lives or space and time is, you may be finding out like right now that actually this is true. And whatever it is, it could be like with a relationship that somebody had said some information and it's like, wow, actually, but you believed it, or you at that time you believed it and you wanted to believe it. So, and it may be that you're carrying some sort of anguish or emotion or some sort of upset from that, and it, that you thought you had cleared, and maybe it's something or someone has triggered it up again. So, and it could be something, like it's, whatever that is. There are a few things going on there. So, but I feel like that's your like tussling with. They're talking about, with the truth of what it is for you. And I feel like it's something about, there's something showing up or coming up about someone or something. See, look at that, patterns. This is the card patterns. So I feel like you're like realizing or noticing some patterns that have come up for you. And maybe you've been dealing with some shit anyway. It's like, and it's like, a lot or a bit or a few bits, something along there, and it's and something has come up more now, and it's like, oh, it's like the key that turns the lock, and it's like, shit, I know what that's about more, or I've got to do a little bit more, and there may be something more that you're needing to do or look at. And but it's, I feel like on saying that, it may be like really sad or emotional, but on saying that, it's like there's a powerful energy behind it. And it's like what I'm hearing, if you're not realizing that or noticing that, is don't be too distraught about it, seeing it as something that this is powerful. And what you're understanding or learning or getting to know about whatever it is powerful in the sense it's just like you're going to be growing from it, so it's about letting it out and not pushing it away like, but allow yourself to release it on your own terms and that sort of thing. So there's something about patterns, belief systems, and habits, but also, and I feel like I feel like some of you may be seeing that you've adopted some of these habits, and that's not me, that's mum, or that's not me, that's dad, or that's not me, that's something else, that's society, or that's this way, da 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 da, something else, and all that sort of thing, or that's not me, or that's a part of my life that and what part of that is recurring and that sort of thing. So there's something there, but it's a beautiful process. And I love the way with this card is showing that she's looking there, and she does look sad, or she does look like, but it's at the same time I feel there is energy moving. Something is like swirling around, and it's time, it's going, it's moving. So and I love how Spirit have got the card, and I just wanted to push it out there towards her face you, to align with you, and for you to align with whatever it is that you need to do for you. So that's interesting. This one has come out in the other reading too I just did, is like these cards have come out in that way, and it's about you facing something, or something's facing you or coming towards you. So woman holding a coin. I feel like for a lot of you this is you in some way, but I feel like for some of you, and or there is another woman that's holding the coin, and it may be pissing you off, and it may be like there may be something that's going on here with these patterns and that, and maybe you're seeing that in yourself in some way. Now I'm like looking at this black cat because this is like a woman holding a coin in the sense of successfulness as well. So this is actually reminding me of the Queen of Wands, and how in some decks there is a black cat in there. And so the black cat is about magic and creating magic, and that's her mate. It's like creating this magic, and I love it because I do actually have a black cat, and I have Libra in my in my moon sign. So it's quite interesting. So I'm taking a little bit of note of this for myself. And anyway, so but this is like number 42 in the deck. So there's something about grounding, relationships, and I feel like it's more about grounding the relationship within yourself, or within ourselves, basically. So, but also grounding, and from there, it's like there are different, how we respond differently, or we see relationships differently, that we already have around us, whether it be family, friends, work people in the now or in the past, and also like, coming into the future, basically. And because there's a gift in all of the learning that we're going through. So it's like, wow, I'm really loving this coin that she's holding. So there's a part of me that's feeling like, connecting with the Queen of Pentacles as well. So there's something about success in that sense, and going in, about you working hard, smart, clever, um, you know to get to where you are. Okay, in a financial way, in a career way, but a family way as well. So there's something, and for some of you, it will be about creating that. So I'm turning that way. So 42, grounding relationships, or grounded relationships. The cat is looking, at her as well, and in admiration of, of this of the owner. Okay, of its. I want to say owner, but because it's like this is about owning it as well. Okay, cool. And saying like, look at you, and that cat has been there. That so some of you may literally have a black cat that as well. That's interesting that she's come out. Yep. Okay. This one here, the thinking woman. So number 47. So there's something about something is turning around. So for me, seven's. I'll just get that where you can see that whether it's not too bright. This is number 47. So this is, like I say, it's about grounding, foundation, stability, and also, in direction is where am I going. So, and so with this woman holding the coin, this is obviously you again, Libra. But whether you're a male or a female, so if you're a male, this could be a woman in your life that is like around you, or an aspect of you. So it could be like, there's a balancing of the feminine and the masculine within you if you are a male energy. But it also could be on saying that for a female energy as well. Maybe if you're a female, you may be more in the masculine energy and not focusing, or less focusing on your female aspect of you. So there's a balancing there, but it's definitely about grounding. So in relationships, there's probably something is shifting in your relationship with yourself, but also in doing that, shifting the relationships, something is probably expanding, shifting, noticing, unraveling, healing relationships with others as well. So, okay, I'll take that one. Okay, attachment. So there's something here with attachment. So releasing, and it's facing this way now, facing me. So these two wanted to face you, but this is something, and maybe you're resisting, because if I'm like looking at it this way, there may be, letting go, releasing attachments. I feel like this is, the like it's facing me, and it's saying to you that you are, like letting go of old energy and patterns and belief systems and things like that. So in a way, this is like, it may be something that you're looking at now, and moving in the way that you're moving. So I'm going to actually, no, I'm going to leave it there. So because these are like in the way, they're the key points. So attachment, so not, detaching, or there may be an attachment to something or some of these patterns. So it's like releasing the attachment is what I'm hearing. So number 5 is about energy, and everything is energy. So being mindful and, remembering that we can shift that energy if we choose to. I'm going to take this card. Here's the Empress, because I feel like there's, she's amazing. So I'm going to turn these around now because it just feels right to shift the energy. Okay. The Empress here. So she's talking about, she's about new beginnings and, and building, building, I want to say new bridges, you could say. Yeah. For some of you, it will be about mending bridges, building new bridges, not just mending them, but building them. Because it's like in some of them, rather than mending them, because there's something about beginning, because she's about new beginnings and abundance and, growing, her abundance from seed, this abundance and success in the long run. So there may be something that, you've held yourself off and, from where you're wanting to go. Because I love it how this bird here has got a seed in its beak and it looks like it's presenting it to her. So often when, when they, with, pictures, illustrations on other cards, you can see there is a baby. So they're talking about, I'm really drawn to that, about a new birth, and that's bringing a new seed to plant, to sow. So, and that's what birds do. So I feel like you're planting new seeds, or there is an opportunity to plant new seeds, and you're shifting. Maybe you've like wanted to do things in the past, and you've like held yourself off, but now there's something. Okay, no, it's like fuck it, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to look at this, and and I need to release this, and any attachments to that. So there's a lot of self-discovery is what I'm hearing there. And for some of you, if you're a male, it could be like a female energy in your life that you may be assisting through a journey as well. So, but also this could equally be for you, okay? Thinking about and holding that coin, and it could be, it's about breaking patterns, I feel, or releasing patterns, shifting patterns, and and it's like, and utilizing these patterns that there that for turning it around and finding something positive within it that you can use, the learning basically. So here we have the Ten of Wands. So there's something in transition really here that I'm hearing, that I'm feeling, sensing. With this one, is like releasing, that which does not serve you, basically, and moving on into another, another realm or another world or a new beginning, so you can, just get going. So for some of you, it could be like a financial debt or something as well that is, playing on your mind, where you're going. It could be to do with work, but there's something about definitely, keep going back, breaking patterns. Wheel of Fortune here. There's something turning around, so something switching here along the way there. So with the Queen of Pentacles here as well, it come out with that one. So there's something about abundance. I feel like it's also like once you release the stuff here, this Empress is here. I want to say Princess actually come out first. So is there. So it's like she's saying, like there is success in the way, and where you wanted to go, but it's like you're holding the coin, not the other person, and thinking about, not overthinking about what you're going to do, because there's something turning around, and it's like you're grounded in the knowledge and the abilities and the skills and that you already do have. It's just taking that next step. And I mean, we're always going to be learning. You're always going to be learning. So, but there seems to be some sort of burden that, or something that is, maybe weighing you down, that you release. So I feel like this is like, releasing and moving on from shit that's not yours, basically. And it could be to do with somebody else, but it could be also to do with you. And it could be something to do with the way, in some ways, what what society says or does, whatever. It depends on where something's. It's like listening, and it depends on whereabouts that might come from for you. Okay, so but there's something turning. The Wheel of Fortune is not necessarily about money, coming, but it can be. It depicts something as moving. So it's like releasing. I feel like for some of you, there's maybe a limiting belief pattern or way of thinking and that sort of thing that is an attachment to the way that you think about money. So there is something about switching with that, because the Queen of Pentacles is here, and she's, and about how you earn money and the amount of energy that you put in there. So there's something about, and even that is like switching the mindset about, you being the one that makes the money, or you being able to make that amount of money or income or whatever, and that you can do it. And it may be that you're switching jobs or something to do that. So there may be some, stigma that's going on there. So whether you're a male or a female energy, on saying that. But the Queen of Pentacles, I feel, is like she's saying to me or saying to you, there is, it's going to take some time, some energy and effort in there, and it's, to get to where you want. And there is a lot of grounding energy in there. So, and you have, it's just obviously being mindful of your, like detaching yourself from that, I can't do it to I can do it. So it's like detaching or attaching yourself to like I can do it. I am doing it, that sort of thing, and see it happening. So the Magician here, the Star, and the King of Pentacles. Look at that. So there could be like a male energy there. So I feel like there's about an adoption of adopting both ways of thinking about things. So, like I say, whether you're the male or a female, this is for either sex, or either gender. The Magician, number one, there's something that, there's something started. I feel like you've started something, or you've taken the next step to starting something, and it's like, but you've kind of like maybe not, because these were in reverse, but I'm going to turn them around, because it's like it's shifting the energy around. But it's like if the Star there is having hope, but make sure that you've got the feeling of hope that is full of, success, and feeling that's where they're going with that. So, and not blocking yourself and seeing what some other people might see, thinking that there's something about thinking, this thinking woman is not overthinking it about, what others might think, basically. This King of Pentacles, there's this, he is all about foundations, grounding, building things up, and creating stability and foundation for not only family, but family, but obviously not only for himself but for family, and also doing things, needing to put time and effort, and he's willing to do that. So, and this is where I feel like this is leading you towards your success, because it's like it's not going to happen overnight. Well, some businesses do, but but it will happen. But it's like there's something working and conjuring up in the background there. But I feel like there's something about bringing all your skills together, because it's like she's like content and she's achieved her success, but there's something more to come. But there are steps to get to where you need to get to. But there is something, and I just feel like there's something turning around, and this is like attachment is like, it's, if you're going to attach yourself to something, to attach it like with this, like they're talking here, is like to patterns that serve you well, basically. Wow. That's really powerful energy there, and I just feel like there's something really moving, rocking and moving along there and so they're helping you to shift that energy into that space. So you may be finding yourself in this funny little conundrum space at the moment, or whenever you see this, you come across this reading. So I hope it serves you well, and I hope it lifts your energy up. And we're going to leave that with you now, with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy,